trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Welcome to A Creator-Based Life. We are really, really glad you're here. We are here with Jayzine this morning. Jen's a little under the weather today, but this is episode 141 of A Creator-Based Life, because I have a book and I've been reading, and I want you to know a little bit about this and think about it, because it's just the coolest. So we're going to talk some about inner critics, because I did promise that we were going to do that.
Yeah.
But
yes,
this was in my morning reading this morning, and I highlighted it, and I just thought, this is the coolest thing ever. So this is Ann Voskamp from a book that she wrote. I've been really enjoying her writing. And she said, and it just suits for me in this holiday season, if you spend your life striving to get more, is that the way you actually end up with less? And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, backward law. Then I'm going to continue. She says, who needs more when our Creator has already made us enough? Why not let your heart grow big with love large enough that it breaks your heart and gives bits of you away? And maybe this is how your soul truly gets fed anyway. Right? So cool. Okay. I love it as symbolism for Thanksgiving week, because we're all about food this week, right? It breaks your heart and gives bits of you away. And maybe this is how your soul gets truly fed anyway. But then she says, before you blink and your one life's a tendril of smoke, a memory, a vapor, gone, she says, know this, you are where you are for such a time as this. Not to make an impression, but to make a difference. You are where you are for such a time as this, not to make an impression, but to make a difference. So why not let your heart grow big with love large enough that it breaks your heart and gives bits of you away? And maybe this is how your soul is filled anyway. Isn't that fascinating? All right, eat a tissue.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think it's truth. It's backward law.
It is, because in acquiring more stuff, that's really not, it's kind of cool to have this or to have that. Or
it is fun to have a new cool vacuum cleaner, or to have the best waffle iron, or whatever. I'm kind of a junkie for Roombas. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Cool. But that's not what's going to fill your heart the holiday season.
That's
And then
not where
her
joy
thought, who
comes
needs
from.
more when he's already made us enough?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
Mm.
So that leads us to gratitude,
Yeah.
which this is what I learned this week. And I hope that Jen will comment on some of this. I learned this from Chris Miller. She's an MD that I follow on health and on brain health specifically. But
Yep.
this is what she taught. Gratitude switches your body out of survival mode. Okay, we're heading into, I've got 6 pies to bake. I've got a turkey to dress. I've got 14 people coming for dinner. There's dirt and my toilet's not clean. Okay. Not
Yep.
necessarily gratitude mode, but that's survival mode, right? Gratitude switches your body out of survival mode. And
Mhm.
then this is cool. Gratitude as medicine, the vagus nerve lights up. So our vagus nerve believes we're safe, which means our immune system, inflammation goes down, antiviral defenses come up, and sleep improves, all with
Mhm.
gratitude.
Isn't that amazing? We
Yes, it is amazing to me that we get so many physical benefits by engaging with thankfulness.
and we do that in our health source clinics. It's in part of our mantra that we say every day is we treat our patients mind, body, and spirit. And when we think about that coming into the clinic, into a chiropractic clinic, how can we treat our patients' spirit along with their body, right? And their mind. And it starts with some of the first questions that we ask a patient when they come in. And it would be, Beth, what's the best part of your day?
Isn't that, yeah, because you begin with gratitude that way.
Tell me about the best part of your day. And
So good.
so you flip the script in their brain, right? Which prepares them for that chiropractic adjustment, for those therapeutic exercises. Because if they can start on that positive note, it changes the chemical releases and it allows the body to accept the healing that they're seeking.
Yeah, it's magic. And I just never thought of gratitude as medicine.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
just think that is so, so cool.
I did a
Practice gratitude.
yeah, I did I used to have my own little podcast, and I don't remember what I called it, but it was, I did a few interviews. I don't even know what I called it.
I love that.
Um, I did a few interviews, and they were actually with, people that had gone through really hard situations in their life, and one of the interviews was with a woman who had been a cancer survivor, and this was her fifth bout of cancer, and she wasn't going to survive
Wow.
this time. And she had had bone marrow transplant. She had just fought all of these things, and a grandma. She still had two kiddos at home. Um, she had had 7 kids in all, and two still living at home. And when I was talking with her, sh one of the things that we talked about is I said, "How do you face? Like, how do you
Right.
face every day? Like, how can you
How do
just
you get up
not
and do this knowing?
how can you not just be a puddle?" You
Mhm.
know? It just and she said that she had a moment when we were having a conversation and we were talking about the importance of gratitude. And she said that she had forgotten that in her life to look and be grateful. And so she started that gratitude practice.
Mhm.
And she said it changed everything. She said, I can now look at graduation day, moving on to heaven
Mhm.
and leave my family with so much gratitude. And she said, I stopped feeling sorry for myself. I stopped looking at all of the things I was going to miss, what my family was going to miss out on because I wasn't going to be around. And um, she just said, it changed everything.
Yeah, it
Changed
flips it.
everything.
It completely
Yeah.
flips it. And so you can see how by choosing choosing her thoughts, right?
Mhm.
Choosing gratitude. You can see how you really would feel safe.
Mhm.
That vagus nerve would so your digestion would work better and your heart would feel better and you would be able to sleep better. And I mean, everything would engage for healing
Yeah.
in gratitude. It's really powerful that we
Mhm.
have so many physiological changes with a thought choice.
Yeah.
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 Crazy, crazy, crazy
Mhm.
as a thought choice. I especially loved that in the immune system, antiviral, because we're going into cold and flu season,
Mhm.
antiviral defenses come up, they improve.
Mhm.
And that's fairly recent study that's been out there that shows. So, if you're worried about getting the flu, count your blessings.
Yes,
Bring
really.
your gratitude up.
Have your apple a day and count your blessings.
Yeah, have your apple a day and count your blessings. I just found that so powerful this morning. She's great to follow. I follow her on Substack, and she's just got all kinds of great information on being healthy through thought work.
Mhm.
I'll bring you more as we go.
Yeah, I really, really love that.
Yeah,
And
I've read several of her things that are just really, really good. But this Ann Voskamp that just chokes me up, you are here for such a time of this, not to make an impression, but to make a difference.
mm,
When you go in with your people, whoever your people are this week, thinking about that, who are you? Who will you be? And we were just talking about this, not what will you do, but who will you be? Because you are here to make a difference. And that difference might be a pumpkin pie, but it also might be the smile that you offer,
or just listening,
or
sitting
the
and
listening
listening.
ear, or the
Yeah,
giggle when somebody makes a joke that's really
yeah,
not very funny, but they need a giggle. Yes. Or the kindness to whatever that uncle is that is just,
out there. Yeah.
yeah, hard to be in the same room with. Just the compassion and the kindness you offer. But whatever it is,
When your brain starts with thoughts of your upcoming day, things get a little wonky,
things
right?
like the pumpkin pies that need to be done.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Things
it's
like the fact that
stressful.
you just didn't get things clean yet.
Yeah, stressful thoughts. How does that and then you start criticizing yourself, right? You
Mhm.
start,
I coulda, shoulda, woulda.
"Uh-huh,
The
yep,
worst.
I'm not good enough. People are gonna come. They're gonna judge me on this."
Yes.
Yeah, all of the inner critic
Yes.
that can
Yeah.
happen, and maybe you don't have a Thanksgiving to go to. Maybe you don't have
Yeah.
family close.
Maybe there's all kind of judgment about that.
I'm just not good enough. Nobody invited me.
And then when those start checking in, my favorite BFF that we learned so long ago, breathe, feel your body, find your feet. Thank you, Everett Considine, right?
Yeah,
He came up with that.
yeah,
But taking a breath just to settle in to the physical body and being able to notice where I do this a lot with the Tai Chi and with the meditation. Is there somewhere in my body that needs attention? Like, is there, if I think about it right now, I've got a hot spot kind of just below the base of my neck where there's some tension, allowing the breath to go into that space. Or maybe it's in your heart, or maybe it's in your head, or maybe it's in your low back because you're feeling unsupported. Where you find it in your body and breathing, when you do the breathing and you feel your body, breathing into that space of your body. Where do you get tight, Jacine? Where do you carry your tension?
funny because I'm right shoulders. Mhm.
And I have to close my eyes to do it, but taking a long, deep breath into that tight space
Mm.
can be really, really helpful. And after you've done that for a couple of minutes, to find your feet, and bring yourself present to where you are. But
Mm.
that deliberate slow down lets you begin to identify your thoughts. What
Yeah.
are those inner critical things that are running around in there? It's funny because we just talked about this in coach training. Want to talk about name it to tame it?
Yeah, yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, this is exactly what we were just talking about with our coaches.
It is, yeah, so, emotions, they have so much more power over us, when they're out there. I don't know how to even
Uh-huh.
way to explain it, right? It's just out there. We have the emotions and we're feeling it wherever we're feeling it.
Well, and we keep
Yeah.
pushing. I think as we're in the
Yes.
emotion, we're either pushing it away or we're pushing to get somewhere. There's a lot of push energy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then if if we can name it, we can categorize it and we can say, oh, wait, I'm feeling this, and this is why I'm feeling it. So when we can actually name it, that gives our brains the ability to assimilate and say, oh, so with this, I'm just trying to think of an emotion right now. With
Well, let's go with somebody who has nowhere to go for Thanksgiving, the
oh,
sadness.
the sadness, yeah.
With this
Yeah.
sadness.
Maybe, yeah, you're hurting, right?
Yeah.
You're hurting. So you could feel hopeless, right? You could feel,
Rejection,
yeah, and
lonely,
despair, sadness,
despair.
grief,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Those are pretty big emotions to
Yeah.
deal with. And so when you look at that and you start identifying, okay, I feel really hopeless right now, and I feel a lot of sadness right now
Yeah.
because I don't feel wanted. I don't feel like I
A lot of
belong.
thoughts about not feeling wanted.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
keeps generating that sad rejection.
yeah, yeah, like I don't belong. So when we can identify that, we can start going into asking the questions why. And then also because we're that those are all emotions that put us in the victim role, right?
Yes. And
It,
it's usually five whys, right?
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
fight.
I feel rejected because Susie didn't invite me to dinner. Why? Well,
Mhm.
because if Susie didn't invite me to dinner, then I'm not popular. Why? Because Susie's the girl who makes the calls that says how valuable I am. Why? And you keep just asking the why and you're writing it the whole way down
Yeah,
until you get to, well, that's a bunch of Bach. I mean, that's just doesn't make sense at all. I had a faulty thought there. And then
yeah,
you rearrange things to truth, to find
the
truth,
truth.
touching it with your
Yep,
creator.
yep, to
Yeah.
find that truth. I do have
Mm.
value, right? My
Yeah.
value isn't dependent on somebody inviting me for dinner. My
Yes.
value is always here because I am a child of God and
Mhm.
He loves me. And even if I'm feeling lonely and despair and full of grief, my value is here because
Always, no matter what your value is here, even if
it's
people
here
say
in His
things,
eyes, in His
yeah,
eyes, right? In God's
right.
eyes. So if I can tap into God and say, help me see how you see. And then
Mhm.
maybe I can change from a victim to, well, nobody invited me. How can I serve somebody else? Maybe I'm going to
Yeah,
go to the soup kitchen and maybe I'm just going to go hang out with people who really have way less than me. And I'm
yeah,
just going to go see, I'm going to go help them. You
yeah.
know, I get to choose, right? I get to choose.
Your creator choice.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What can I do? Maybe I can make a bunch of cards and drop them off to people. Thank you cards that are, maybe it's their Thanksgiving dinner time and I just want to drop this thank you card off because you guys,
Right.
I
Deliver
love you so.
flowers or yeah, there's so much you could do.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And you
it-
will come into feeling so good.
you do.
Yeah. But we went from the thought to
Mhm,
slowing down with the breath to I finding the emotion in our body
mhm,
and then drilling down into the whys, right?
mhm,
And what we're doing is we're actually connecting through our creator with our centered self, with the
yes.
part of us that's in there. And that's where, when you're out there delivering cards or whatever you're doing, if you're
Yep,
helping, that part of you is being nourished and strengthened. So the part
mhm.
of you that's um, centered and calm and confident. Do you ever
Mhm.
notice how much more confident you feel when you're serving something,
Oh my gosh,
someone or something?
so
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
yeah. and constant. You feel stronger and built up inside with that centered part of yourself. And that counters that inner critic.
Yeah.
So much power. Now, your inner critic, like Jen taught us last week, are good people. We shouldn't say they're mean girls, right? They're just parts of our personality, parts of us who are working on helping protect us and in their own way, the way they see things.
Right.
But your centered self, she's the part of you that knows stuff. She's the part of you. She's probably your oldest part of you. She's the one that's been learning throughout life, and she can help your critic.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Because your critic is so vigilant and she really wants to protect you. But lots of times she'll give you those thoughts that don't feel good.
Truth.
Yeah. That you find in your body, the emotion, and you work through, and then you go do some kind of service or some kind of reaching out.
Yeah.
So,
Again, it's when we look at our self-centered, like when we're self-centered and we're focused on
all inward.
all inward
All
emotion.
inward. Here, I'll do it around my head. I'm all
Yes.
in my head, focused
Yes.
in.
And then when my focus is Christ-centered or God-centered, which is looking to help others and serve others, all of those emotions go outwards. And we become that sun, right? That ray of sunshine, that joy that emulates and comes out of us instead
And
of
that
us having to feed everything.
it becomes your seat of power.
Yeah.
Because it's another backwards law that as we give, we become stronger. The giving and the becoming stronger, which takes us back to this quote. If you spend your life striving to get more, it's all about me. It's all focused in. Could you actually end up with less? Well, yeah, because you're basically imploding.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And there will never be enough. There will never be enough.
There can't be, because it's all focused inward. There's nowhere for it to go. But when you focus out, and she says, before you blink and your one life's tendril of smoke, a memory of vapor is gone, know this, you are where you are for such a time as this. I just love that. Not to make an impression, but to make a difference. Not to make an impression, y'all. I mean, I know you probably make the world's greatest pumpkin pie, and you probably have the cutest outfit to wear on Thanksgiving Day that everybody's going to think you lost all kinds of weight and your eyes are just popping and they look so amazing. But it's not about making an impression. It's about making a difference. It's about the outward focus.
Right.
Where you really find your soul center. This is a cute quip. We aren't here to one up one another, but to help one another up.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cute? I'll read it to you again. We aren't here to one up one another. But isn't that what happens when we feel insecure? We go into the group setting and we're trying to one up, even if we're not deliberately trying to one up. When we one up, we feel stronger.
Yes.
But that doesn't make us feel good.
No.
We aren't here to one up one another, but to help one another up. And when we go in to help one another up, that's when we really feel good. Like you said, you make cards for somebody at the door or whatever. Yeah. And then you know what? Your inner critic, she feels good and she chills, and your centered self comes forward.
And your purpose is clear
And you're strong.
Yeah.
It is really backward, but it really is truth.
It is. It is.
It is. It's so good. So that's what I'm reading right now is Ann Voskamp's Be the Gift. And you will probably hear more about it because I read it like a page a day. And boy, she's got some really good ones. What are we reading right now? Book club?
Still in Brene Brown's Strong Ground because there's a lot. And there's a lot to digest. This is not one of her easy reads, all fun of all these fun stories. And this is
This
This
is
is
serious stuff. So what is she
what you
teaching
think.
in this book?
Um, our foundation is really, really important and strengthening the parts that matter most so
Oh,
that the rest of you can function properly.
has
And,
she given any of the parts that matter most?
um,
Or are you not there yet?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
We're not there yet. Yeah, we were talking like last week, the conversation was about um conversations. Why do we avoid certain conversations?
Oh, well,
And
because we don't want to turn into a blubbering mess. Why
and
do we
it's
not read things out loud that are meaningful to us, right?
right,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
because they touch our hearts and all of a sudden we're dripping.
Yeah. Or we're afraid of them, or
Right. Or we're
we
afraid to
don't want
drip.
confrontation, or yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just a lot of transformation, how to transform. Yeah.
Are there
Uh,
writing exercises in there, things for us to consider and work through, or is it mostly things just to kind of think about and chew on?
no, there's a lot of things to think about. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So, and
that's
we're
cool.
just not doing it fast.
Well,
We,
it doesn't sound like a book that
and we
needs,
just couldn't. Yeah.
yeah,
So
it sounds like it's a
finish
book
with it by the end of the year. Yeah.
ponder and enjoy. You
Mhm.
know, I turned the page on my calendar because it's almost December.
Yeah.
And after Thanksgiving, of course, next week will be December. And
Mhm.
one of the things that we're doing in December is we're changing the time for Coach and Clear.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about it because we've had people who were missing out because their afternoons were full picking up kids from school. So
Mm-hmm.
2 o'clock just wasn't working, especially for the people in the Eastern
Yeah.
time zone
Yes.
because it's right in carpool line.
Yep.
So we moved our Tuesday Coach and Clear to 10 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning Central.
Mm. Nice.
And so it's going to open things up. And that's beginning in December. So
Beautiful.
if y'all are coming to Coach and Clear, or if you're thinking about coming to Coach and Clear, Tuesdays at 10 or 11, depending on whether you're Eastern or Central,
Mhm.
11 Central, 10 Eastern, Tuesdays at 10, and Thursdays at 2 Central.
Love it.
Yeah. So I think it'll open things up for people so that it can work just a little bit better. The
Nice.
other thing that's happening in December that I'm really looking forward to is,
Our year in review
yes, I'm
based
so
on John
looking forward to that.
Maxwell. Yeah, yeah, based on his his expertise. And just again, little food for thought, guys. Think about what were the lessons you learned this year. So
Yeah.
think about what were some of the lessons you learned this year, and what were some of the areas that had the most impact on you this year? So, lessons
Love
learned,
that.
and what are some of the areas you had that had the most impact on you? So,
Did your word have play this year?
yeah,
That
yeah,
would be a really fun. Just in November did I begin to really understand my word.
yeah,
Yeah. And a lot of people listened to me whine through the summer and the early fall because I was just done with it.
I
But
got it.
just this November, it's been really, really cool to be
Mm.
able to see. And I'm excited to go through December with my word from last year or this year, I
I
should say.
I think that's when the deepest learning happens. It's
I
kind
think
of
so
like
too.
exercise, on those last two reps that you're doing with that heavy weight.
Yeah.
That's when the muscle strength and growth happens, are those last two reps. And here we are, the last 2 months.
The last two reps. That's right. Yep.
Hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
truth. So join us December 11th. That's a Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time. That's a Coaching Clear time. And
Yeah.
you don't have to be a member of Coaching Clear. Just come on December 11th at 2 p.m. Central for your year-end review.
Yeah. Sign up for it. It's in the email.
Mhm.
So, and if you haven't signed up for the email, go to CMH.
CMHcoaching.com. There will be a really cute little pop-up that you'll recognize when it comes up, and it will say, "Hey, Sign up here, and it's that easy. Just put your email in there and you'll get Monday morning inspiration every week on Monday. Go figure. Early in the morning. It usually comes out about 5:30 Central Time on Mondays, so that you can maybe start your day on the best foot possible. It'll be there in your inbox when you wake up.
Yeah. And then just their signups are right there for the year in review.
Yeah.
Any other special events that we're hosting, though, that's where
it's always in the Monday morning inspiration. Yeah. And that's the way you can sign up.
Yep.
What's your word was so good. Oh
my gosh.
I'm so in love with my word for next year. I hope it's as great as it feels like it's going to be. But for now, it's the week of gratitude. And I'm going to say it one more time because this just blows my mind. Gratitude is medicine. Current evidence says when you are grateful, your vagus nerve lights up and your body believes it's safe. I mean, if that's not a reason to be grateful, I don't know what it is. For your nervous system to feel like it's safe. Your cortisol patterns, your stress patterns improve. Your brain shifts into connection mode. So like going into your Thanksgiving dinner, if you're feeling a little bit nervous about not connecting, and you're maybe not quite confident in your connections, count those blessings. Find reasons to be grateful. And your brain really will shift into connection mode. It'll keep you healthy too, because, those antiviral defenses, they go down and your inflammation goes down and your sleep will improve. Gratitude really is a superpower. It is medicine.
Oh,
yeah, it is so powerful. I had no idea that it would have so many physical effects. I just knew it made me feel better.
Yeah.
To be grateful.
Yeah, emotional. Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes me feel happier. It gets you out of your pity party, helps you feel like you're a creator instead of a victim, which is we are all creators. We are the creators of our life experience. So we wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
A very grateful Thanksgiving, a very healthy Thanksgiving, and service-focused outward Thanksgiving.
There we go.
Yes. So you can have those confident connections. Thank you, JC.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We'll see you guys again soon. Next Monday, same time, same bat channel.
Bye.
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hey, thanks for joining us today in A Creator-Based Life. I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on Linktree/CMHcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there too. Because you felt the benefit and light in this message, please invite those you care deeply about to join us. Help us to create a ripple effect across the globe of compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Then we can create a creator-based life together. Have a great week, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
I just fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything, with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with